Hi, everybody. I'm really excited you are joining us here. I am just going to do a quick tutorial on how to use Edpuzzle and its features. And the presentation is something I can provide to you that lists all of the steps. So if you need all of the steps written out, please contact me, Katie_Seago at nobl.k12.in.us, and I'm happy to share those steps with you. So Edpuzzle is a tool that you can use to increase engagement with your students, for your students, with video that they are watching. It increases cognitive engagement. You can receive data on student interaction with the video. You have access as a teacher to videos created by other teachers within your building, within your district, within all of Edpuzzle. It integrates with Canvas assignments for ease of use for you and your students. And then it's really a great tool to use as an introduction or an emphasis for content for your students at their at-home days. So when we're thinking about what our students are doing at home, this is a tool that you can use. So really, when you think about Edpuzzle, I'm not going to click on that example. I'm just going to do a quick description because you'll be able to see some screenshots that show these things. You have a video that will stop and ask student questions. So the questions are multiple choice, they are short answer, and then you can also add a note. And that gets tracked. And so when the student finishes the video, it gets submitted to the teacher, and the teacher has all of that information at their fingertips for their students. So with all of that said, in the presentation and the document that I have to share with you, I've linked how to get to all of the different things that you need to know about Edpuzzle, just so that when you go back to use this after our video, you can get to things quickly. In the next two slides, slides 4 and 5, which I'm actually going to click through since they have a link on there specific to our district, you do want to make sure that you have a pro account in Noblesville schools. And so that code is on the next two slides, and it explains to you how you know if you already have a pro account, if you just have a standard account. The pro account does allow you to sync with sync with Canvas, and that's a huge benefit. So you want to make sure that you're using your pro account. Okay, so let me just do a quick skip through here. All right. So right now what I'm going to do is just go through the steps on how, the first thing is how you find a video. So let me present my screen to you. To find a video, you're actually starting in Edpuzzle. So we'll end in Canvas, but you start in Edpuzzle. Obviously, you have your search content up here. If I'm looking for something about cells, I can search cells, and I can even drill down to specific grade levels. First, it lists your Edpuzzle community videos. So you can see that these videos already have, they're already been created as Edpuzzle videos. You know that by seeing right here, it shows you how many questions and how many minutes long a video is. You can also see on YouTube, it does a switch for you there, or a search for you there. You can see these different videos just on YouTube. So in YouTube, videos that deal with cells. You can switch to different channels that are popular. You can get to the channels from the top, or you can get to the channels from over here on the left-hand side of your screen. You'll see a variety of different, if you know you love National Geographic videos, you can still search for cells just in National Geographic videos. You'll also see videos that are specific to our school. If you click on Noblesville West Middle School, you'll see here different colleagues who have created videos. So this is where if someone in your PLC has created a video, you could go ahead and copy their video. So once you find a video that you want, that you're interested in including or using with your students, you are going to click on that and click copy. When you copy it, you'll see that this got moved to your content. So if I click on my content, you'll see this video about living and non-living things that I just copied over. From this point on, any editing that I do is my editing. It's not editing from, it won't edit somebody else's video. So it's unlike, once you copy it into my content, it is unlike Google Docs. So the changes that I make are only my changes. They're not changes that get made on the colleagues or other people's videos. All right. If you want to add your own videos, you can do that simply by under My Content. You'll click on Add Content and then Upload a Video. You can choose a file if you have an MP4 video that you've downloaded on your laptop, or you can navigate through your Google Drive and you'll see it upload. It does take a few minutes to process, so it's not something that happens right away. Additionally, if you found a video on YouTube that you absolutely love, you can copy and paste the URL to the YouTube video, or I'm sorry, to the URL from the YouTube video into the search bar, and you'll see that it pops up here for you. So let me show that again because I misspoke a little bit. You will copy and paste the URL to the YouTube video right here in the search bar. Well, so here is my URL. I'm pasting it in here. Now it shows up and I can start doing my editing. All right, so what does the editing actually look like? Okay, so we'll go ahead and take this video here from Mrs. Swindell that we borrowed from her. We're going to click on that and we choose to edit. I could view it all right now, right here. I could go through and view. I could look at all of her questions. So I click here. I'll see a question that she was asking her students. It's right here. I can, as a teacher, I can skip it. As a student, you cannot. Students can rewatch them. But anyway, back to editing. So I can edit in that way. I can go through and read it. I can look at the questions. And I can, oh, there we go. Now I can edit. Sorry about that. And at the top of my screen now, I'll see where I can do a voiceover, I can cut, or I can edit the questions. So if I'm looking at the questions, if I put my cursor, I put the dot where I want it, then I can add in a multiple choice question. Looks pretty similar to what you're used to for Canvas. So here's my question. Here is an answer. Here's another answer. This one is the right answer. I want to give feedback if a student chooses this. That's what my feedback is going to be. And then I'm going to save. So you'll now see that that just got placed right here. Let's say this question I don't want anymore. So I'm going to click on that question and I can either edit it, I can change it, or I can trash it. I can get rid of it completely.
Finally.
And another feature is the note. I love this. So if you think about when you're in your classroom, how many times do you say like, oh, hey, I want you to pay really close attention to this piece right here. So you can type that in, whatever your note is for your students, and save it, and it'll pop up when they get to that point in the video for you. All right, additionally, you can cut parts of the video. Let's say that, you know what, there's really a section that I don't want in there, especially when you're looking at longer videos that you could pull. And so in order to cut, oops, I have to continue.
All living.
In order to cut, I put my bar where I want it to go. I say add cut. You'll see where it's just created two different sections. I move my bar where, oops, that's not the question. I move my bar again where I want it to go, where I want it to cut. I'm going to say add cut again. So let's say this is the section I want to get rid of. In order to get rid of it, you can't select it and hit delete like you normally would when editing videos, but I can take and grab, hold, and slide it over until I get the trash button. And now you'll see that section of the video is gone. If there happen to be questions in that section, it would ask me if I wanted, are you sure you want to delete? You have questions. Ask me if I want to delete the questions as well. And finally, in editing, you can do a voiceover. Now, you cannot do a voiceover for a video that comes from YouTube. It's just not a feature that's allowed. But if there's a video that you have added of your own, not from YouTube, then you should be able to make that change or do a voiceover. Okay, when you're done doing all your editing, you will click Finish, and there's your video. So now that I have all of the, I've gone through, I've found videos that I'm interested in, I'm now ready to assign it to students. So once that piece is finished, once finding your video, once you have found it, you are done with Edpuzzle. Now all of your work is going to happen in Canvas. So let's go ahead and switch to Canvas. I am now in my Canvas course, and I'm creating a new assignment. So a student will access Edpuzzle through an assignment that you've created for them. So on the left-hand side of your screen in your navigation, you click on assignments just like you're used to doing for other things. You're going to choose a new assignment, and you'll name it Edpuzzle session. Give your directions to your students like you normally would. Assign points to it. You can change your categories here if you need to. And then for submission type, you are going to choose External Tool. External Tool for submission type. Right underneath that, you'll click on Find. This is how you navigate to your video. So now I'll scroll down to Edpuzzle. I will click on Edpuzzle. Sometimes this screen has not loaded for me. If it doesn't, just X out and try it again. I find the video that I want to use and I click the eyeball. From there, I choose Assign. I can choose now whether I want to prevent skipping. The answer is yes. And then I can turn on my closed captioning or keep it off. I would turn it on. Why not, right? And then click on Assign. Now there's one more step that's really easy to skip over. The first time I did this, I wanted to click on the X and get out of here. That's not what you want to do. You have to say Select. So choose Select. And you'll now see that your URL has something with Edpuzzle in it. This links directly to that assignment that we just chose. Change whatever else you want to on this assignment. Put your due date in. And then say Save and Publish, or just save, whatever you're ready for. From there, you are likely used to adding assignments to your agenda or whatever it is that you're sharing with your students for the day. So I'm just going to do it on my homepage just to make this demonstration easier. I'll go in and I'll say Edpuzzle, or or your assignment today, whatever I want to call it. I'll highlight it. I'll go to my links. I'll say course links because it's an assignment. It's already there. My assignments have already been chosen because that's what I've been working in today. And we call this Edpuzzle session. You'll see that it just highlighted over there. I'm now going to save my page. And you'll see that when students click on that link, we'll take them to your directions and the video. So here's where your video is. Now we have different options because we're teachers, but your students will not have those options. Okay. So let's talk about what it looks like on the grading side of things. I'm going to go ahead and switch my screens around here. Slow motion, and I'm going to go ahead and present here a presentation. And it would help if I got to the right screen. For me, we've got a little bit of a lag. All All right, there we go. This is what your student view looks like. So student will come in, there's their video that they'll click on. It shows them what they have left to do over here. They'll hit play, it'll work through, it'll stop, they'll have a question to answer, whatever it is that you've prepared for them. It does give them immediate feedback, so they'll know right away if they got the question right or wrong. They can also choose to rewatch the video. Once they've gotten their feedback, they can click on continue. For grading for you, you're actually going to grade through Canvas. So remember, we've left Edpuzzle now. Everything's done in Canvas. So you'll click on Edpuzzle on the left side of your screen in the navigation for your course in Canvas. If it's not there, you'll have to pull it there from the settings when you change the navigation. I can help you do that if you need it. You'll select the assignment that you have created from Edpuzzle. Then there will be a red button that shows you how many questions you have to grade. When you click on that assignment, then there will be a blue button that pops up and it shows you what needs to be graded. So you'll click on Mark Ungraded and go on through. You can choose whether it's correct or incorrect. You can give partial credit. You can provide a comment. You'll also see here that I can get information about my students and how they did through the assignment. So in this first column, next to the student name, you'll see that whether or not they watched the video in its entirety. Then you'll see their score that they earned and how many minutes they spent in the video. Edpuzzle in Canvas does provide some analytics for you as well. So first off, you can click on your grades on the left-hand side of your screen in navigation, and you can see what your students' points were, what their percentage was, and what their total is then. You can also click on Edpuzzle. Let me go back a couple screens here. Click on Edpuzzle, and then click on the video assignment. And you can see that overview of students, and you can also see the overview of specific questions. This is of a specific student. So here, if I click on a student, I can see what their grade was, how much of the video they watched, what their correct responses were. This gives me some additional information right down there, which is kind of hard to see. Number of times the student watched each section of your video. Gives you some, so you know if they're rewatching or not. And then finally, if you want information about a specific question, you can say, okay, with this question that I have, this question was how many cubes are in this entire shape? I can scroll through and see how each of my students answered, and it gives me an overall. This course only has 4 students in it, so 3 out of 4 students got this right. So I can give you some good information about some differentiation and some reteaching that needs to happen in your course. This is Edpuzzle just in a nutshell. There are some other features that you can do. There's more stuff out there, but this is enough to get you started. Again, just as a reminder, if you are a Noblesville Schools teacher, you should have a pro account. So please make sure you see your instructional coach to get that account code. Have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.